Good afternoon, once again, book lovers of the internet. I am Book Nerd 0802, and in this video, I am going to be reviewing this book, which is about one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, Pewdiepie, by Joe Berry. Now, this one has 64 pages. I rated it 3 out of 5 stars, and I'll, of course, explain to you why in more detail later. And it comes with a massive poster with PewDiePie on it. Of course, I can show it to you right now. It's huge, so I'll have to take a few steps back probably. I should probably hang that up somewhere. I mean, there's the dog, there's Maya there. May she rest in peace. There's also the duck, which for some reason was very relevant just a couple of years ago on the PewDiePie channel. Pretty sure it was a duck, not anything else. I'm not quite sure. Do let me know if you do in the comment section. So, anyway, what I have to say about this biography is that I started reading this one straight after sitting for an hour and a half long exam and an hour of university group work with my friends. I mean, it was some pretty cool stuff to read on the bus and entirely motivational to see that despite PewDiePie dropping out of university during his third year of studying industrial economics and technology management, apparently, he became one of the wealthiest people on the planet. So, after a difficult day at university, mainly because of having an exam and having to do group work, it was pretty cool to see that despite PewDiePie dropping out of his course at university, he still managed to succeed in life because he always pursued what made him happy, basically. And when I say that he's one of the wealthiest people on the planet, I don't just mean money, I also mean health and family. And basically, he's a man I completely look up to. This is going to be a video of me probably praising PewDiePie quite a lot. So, I mean, much of the information in this book I already knew since I've been a bro for a very long time. I formed a part of the bro army for a very long time, several years now, and that is the reason why I didn't rate it um, 5 out of 5 stars. PewDiePie is one of those people who doesn't let anyone interfere with what he does. He basically chases his dreams and makes sure he's happy every step of the way. And I think of him as a pretty awesome person all around. I mean, you might tell me to climb off his dick at some point because I am meat riding quite a lot, but I am being completely truthful and honest when I say that he is such a motivational person and he's helped me through so many difficult moments in my life. And many things have changed in Felix's life since this book was published. I believe it was published about 10 years ago now already, and I still find his journey to be fascinating to this day. He was still living in Brighton, in England. Maya was still alive. He didn't have Bjorn or anything. Um, he had already met Marcia, and he started building a relationship with her, which is honestly one of the cutest things I've ever seen. And the relationship he has with Marcia is one I aspire to have with the woman of my dreams one day. And as a massive YouTuber in the making, I mean, we're very close to hitting 100,000 subscribers, so make sure to help me out. This man has never failed to inspire and push me to be consistent and do what makes me happy, regardless of what others might think of it. So I urge you to do the exact same thing. Basically, if you're not hurting anybody or if you're not making anybody's life miserable, do what makes you happy. And do listen to what others have to tell you as well. I'm not telling you to ignore advice entirely, but if something is making you happy, then there must be something worth nothing about it. So try to pursue it, against all odds, even. If you don't have any obstacles, any hoops to jump through, then that's even better. Then you'll be happier in a much quicker time span. But always do what will make you happy, basically. I suppose that is a big part of this biography. He didn't, of course, write it himself, but I'm sure that this is the message he would have wanted to come across. I mean, he's a proper role model and one of my favorite people in the world. Not saying that my family members aren't amazing role models or I didn't have some brilliant friends who taught me a lot of amazing things about life, but I would put PewDiePie up there, probably in the same tier, because that is how much of a fabulous man PewDiePie is. And yeah, Felix Schellberg, definitely one of the best people of all time. And he managed to get a happy ending on YouTube, which is arguably one of the most difficult things to do in the world. So the poster I showed you, I mean, his face is on it, so I'll perhaps be smooching it from time to time whenever I find a couple of seconds to do so here and there. And personally, I wish I could go back to 15 years ago when times were so much simpler and everyone was so much happier. At least when I was 7 or 8 years old, things were much better. There was something for me to look forward to, something to live for. Now, honestly, that feeling has diminished quite a lot, even though I still have YouTube, and it's one of the things which I love doing the most. It's completely my passion, and I do plan on pursuing YouTube as much as I can, much like PewDiePie did, basically, because the 15 years he spent or rather the 10 years, let's say 10 years, right? He spent uploading every single day, being consistent, completely changed his life. He has a massive audience, people love him, he has a brilliant reputation, and those are the footsteps which I would like to follow him basically, but of course in the book world rather than the gaming world. I want to do the same thing, but in the world of literature. I didn't want to make this video quite a lot about me, but whenever I speak about PewDiePie, I'm not sure if you can hear it through listening to my voice, but I tend to become quite emotional because it resonates, his life resonates so much with me, and there's so much that I can do in order to emulate his life and make the world a better place through doing what makes me happy, basically. Of course, with the help of as many of you as possible. So, yeah, I mean, I would say that the world was probably a happier place because PewDiePie was uploading consistently, and I still go back to his videos from so many years ago, and I still chuckle every time something funny happens, and that hardly happens with anything else. But anyway, that is all I had to say about this biography about PewDiePie. It's the ultimate unofficial fan guide to the world's biggest YouTuber. Unfortunately, he isn't anymore. In my eyes, he will always be the biggest YouTuber. This one is, as I mentioned, by Joe Berry. But yeah, that is all I had to say about this book. Very quick read, 64 pages, several pictures as well, quite a lot of games in there too. Um, so yeah, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.